as Channel 17. As required by the City of New York, all programs on this channel are produced entirely by individual producers, whose programming is exhibited on a first-come, first-served, non-discriminatory basis. These individual producers are solely responsible for all aspects of their productions, including
Hi, I'm Mark Heskin. Welcome to my craft show. You know, I've never told you about my bike. I ride my bike everywhere I go, so it's a very important part of my life. I've had my bike for like about the past 7 years. And perhaps you've seen me speed by on my bike and you thought to yourself, you know, that looked like Mark Heskin from my craft show. But you weren't quite sure, so you didn't know whether to throw that bottle or not. Well, anyway, I lock my bike, I secure it with a U-lock, and then I have a plumber's key that I also add to the lock to make the lock harder to break into so they can't snap it with a bar so easy. I also have a cable that I run around the other wheel, and I have lost a few bikes and several wheels, and I do have to replace, you know, my bike once in a while, but it's a lot cheaper than taking the subway, even though I lose them once in a while. It was recently vandalized. I went to a play and I came out and my seat came off. What happened? Someone had taken the 3 nuts that go to the bolts that secure the seat on. So all they took was the nuts. So that was weird. Luckily in my apartment building we have a bike room, and so that's where I keep it at night, so it's safe down there. And we have the only bike room in the city, I bet, that has a chandelier. And the story of how the chandelier got there is kind of like my little secret. I've always had a passion for chandeliers. So about 2 years ago I found this unassembled little plastic chandelier in the garbage. So I put it together, and I thought it would look great in the bike room and kind of dressed it up a little. So I hung it down there. So every time I go down and get my bike, I admire the chandelier. And then only you and I know now how the chandelier got there. Well, anyway, we have a lot to cover on today's show, so we're going to move fast. So stay tuned. Beginning in January of 1989, I started to save all the playbills from all the plays I'd seen up until that point, and I put them on a wall. In October of '89, I told you about all the plays I'd seen up until that point. Well, I've seen a lot of other plays since then, so now I thought it'd be fun to update you on all the plays I've seen since I last talked about them. We originally did this scene over by the fountain, the big fountain, but as you can see, the lighting is bad, and it was real noisy, so this is like take 2 over here in Strawberry Fields. We're going to see if this goes better. So I have a list of the plays here. I saw Prince of Central Park. That closed like right after opening night. That was with Joanne Worley. I didn't think it was that bad. It was good for kids, you know. I saw the Big Apple Circus. I like going to that circus because it's in a tent at Lincoln Center. On a cold winter night, it's like kind of cozy to go there. I like it better than the one at Madison Square Garden. I saw A Few Good Men on opening night. That was fun. I saw Love Letters, and when I saw Love Letters, it was with Elizabeth Montgomery, and to me, Elizabeth Montgomery ranks right up there, like with Lucille Ball. I grew up watching Bewitched, so it was a lot of fun to see her. I went to a benefit for World Hunger in memory of Harry Chapin at Christmas time, and Marvin Hamlish was there, and he's like real charming when he performs. And Lucy Arnaz was there. She's real skinny. I saw the Joan Rivers show, so I put that ticket up here, but that really doesn't count because that's not a play. I saw Tenth Man. I saw Gypsy with Tyne Daly. And that had a real story to it. That was good. I saw the Don Cossacks Dancer. I saw One of the Guys with Stephen Collins at the Public Theater. I think that closed before it even opened. I don't know if it ever reopened. I saw Meet Me in St. Louis. That had good sets. I saw Steel Magnolias. I'd also seen the movie, so it's interesting to see the play. I liked them both just as well. I saw Junon and Avos, Vampire Lesbians of Sodom. I like Charles Bush's stuff, and it'd be great if I could get Charles to be on my show sometime. I went to the Juilliard Theater and saw the students do a concert. The Hunter College Elementary School put on a benefit, and it had Mandy Patinkin, and he was great. And the kids joined him for the last two songs. The kids just blew me away. They were so great. If you kids ever do a concert, send me a flyer.